Good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State Governor inaugurates Abuli Egba bus terminal, announces 30% reduction in red line train service. Nigeria Immigration Service apprehends 40 suspected illegal migrants in Oyo State. On the foreign scene, Argentina's president denies crypto fraud allegations. In sport, National Sports Commission task federations on domestic tournament as Nigerian players shine in All Africa Senior Badminton Championship in Cameroon. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated the Abuli Egba bus terminal and handed it over for public use. Governor Sanwo-Olu also announced a 30% fare reduction on the red line train service, creating room for passengers to now pay 1,000 naira instead of 1,500 naira. The governor noted that the move would encourage more people to use alternative means of transportation. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated that his administration has acquired CNG and electric vehicles for public transportation to be delivered by the third quarter of this year, while work would commence on 68 kilometers Green Line rail project from Marina to Lekki Free Trade Zone before the end of this year.
This infrastructure reflects our commitment to continuously enhance our public transportation system. We're strengthening connectivity and we're improving the overall experience of our commuters. We are dedicated to taking ongoing steps to advance and to modernize public transportation across the state.
Earlier, Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiyemi, who is represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Olawale Musa, said the Abuli Egba bus terminal project was designed to interconnect various transportation modes, creating a seamless and integrated network that offers commuters in Lagos more travel options, greater convenience, and improved connectivity.
It embodies the government's commitment to providing safe, reliable, and affordable transportation options for all residents, regardless of their socio-economic status or location within the state, as well as integrating our various modes of transportation. The soon-to-be commissioned Abuli Egba bus terminal therefore reflects the letters and spirit of the Lagos State transport policy. It is to provide a central place for connecting to different parts of Lagos.
In her welcome address, the Managing Director, Lagos Metropolitan Transport Authority Lamata, Abimbola Kiaju, said the Abuli Egba bus terminal, like others in Yaba, Oyinbo, Oshodi, Ikeja, Ojota, Ifako-Ijayi, will not only enhance mobility but also act as a catalyst for urban and economic growth across the region.
The Lagos State government has been and is still investing in the provision of infrastructure for public transportation, including rail, bus services, and water transportation. To properly coordinate bus operations in communities, bus terminals are necessary and thus provided. Bus terminals are important because they provide a central location for passengers to board and exit buses and connect to other forms of transportation.
Facilities at the Abuli Egba bus terminal include inclusive gender-friendly toilets, offices, restaurants, shops, among others. The Lagos State government has signed a memorandum of understanding with a prominent cement and building materials manufacturer in Nigeria for the collection of non-recyclable combustible waste around the state and landfill sites for conveyance of the company's Ewekuru plant for conversion as an alternative fuel for production. Speaking during the signing ceremony in Alausa, Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, praised the new agreement, reiterating the commitment of the present administration to continually reduce the quantum of waste that gets to landfills, ultimately leading to zero waste landfill sites. Wahab reiterated that the state government is determined to continually pay special attention to waste conversion in the state. He stressed that the collaboration will help achieve the ultimate objective of a zero waste situation and reduce the quantum of the quantity of waste that ends up at landfill site across the state. The commissioner recalled that the Lagos state government in the past had also signed an MOU to help decommission existing landfills, an MOU to convert waste to energy, and an MOU with a Dutch company to take off electronic waste, adding that these processes are embarked upon deliberately and more methodically. The Lagos State House of Assembly has dissociated its members from a report circulating online, alleging that the ongoing internal matters within the House are being influenced by the wife of the President, Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu. Chairman, House Committee on Information, Strategy and Security, Stephen Ogundikpe, in a statement, described the report as false, baseless, and a pure fabrication that has no basis in truth. Ogundikpe said all members of the Assembly hold the wife of the President in the highest regard, stressing that as a distinguished former First Lady of Lagos State and now First Lady of Nigeria, Mrs. Tinubu has made significant contributions to governance and national development. He said it is inconceivable that any member of the Assembly would accuse her of involvement in legislative matters or seek to tarnish her reputation, stating that the wife of the President has no role in any internal disagreement within the House. Ogundikpe urged members of the press as key stakeholders to uphold the highest standards of journalistic integrity by verifying information before publication, adding that responsible journalism requires seeking the truth and ensuring that reports are accurate and balanced. Now to the rest of the stories. The Nigeria Immigration Service, NIS, Oyo State Command, has apprehended 40 suspected illegal immigrants at various locations in Akinyele local government area. According to the Oyo State Comptroller of NIS, Taiwo Baruwa, the arrests were made following credible intelligence. Profiling revealed that the individuals are Cameroonians, Ghanaians, Benenua, and Togolese, and none of them possessed valid residence permit or travel document, having entered the country through unauthorized routes. Dada stated that the Comptroller General of Immigration, Kemi Nandab, has directed that the necessary steps be taken to repatriate the foreigners to their countries. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has felicitated his Abia State counterpart, Alex Oti, on his 60th birthday. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a congratulatory message issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Boyega Koshile, commended Governor Oti's positive contribution to the growth and development of Nigeria, particularly the country's economy. Sanwo-Olu said, Governor Oti, seasoned economist, banker, and philanthropist, has used his wealth of experience to turn around Abia State, making it a model of good governance in the southeast, especially in Nigeria infrastructural development. In foreign news now, Argentine President Javier Milei has denied promoting a newly launched cryptocurrency, which collapsed shortly after he mentioned it in a social media post on Friday. The crypto coin quickly rose in value before nosediving, causing severe losses for the majority of people who had invested in it. A judge will now determine if the president should face fraud charges over the incident. On Monday, Milei said he had acted in good faith and dismissed investors' complaints, comparing their actions to people who gamble. In sport now, Chairman of the National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, has enjoined various sports federations to institute many domestic tournaments in order to boost the Commission's drive for grassroots sports development. Speaking on the heels of the impressive performance of the Nigerian badminton team at the All Africa Senior Badminton Championship in Douala, Cameroon, Diko pointed out that with a more domestic tournament, the sky will only be the team's starting point. Diko noted that considering the 2025 budget allocation for sports federations, the future can only be brighter for the federations and their operations. Nigeria's Anoluwapo Okpayori won a 5th consecutive gold medal in the men's singles event of the badminton championship, while the men's doubles and the mixed doubles teams picked a bronze each. The team finished 3rd in the overall table with 1 gold and 2 bronze medals. That's it on the news at 4, but just before we go, your vehicle is not a strong room. Please keep your valuables out of view of miscreant. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, over 1,932 companies indicated interest to take on graduate interns after their training program designed to expose them in hands-on work experience? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated the Abule Egba bus terminal and handed it over for public use. The governor also announced a 30% fare reduction on the Red Line train service, creating room for passengers to now pay 1,000 naira instead of 1,500 naira. The Nigeria Immigration Service (NRS) Oyo State Command has apprehended 40 suspected illegal immigrants at various locations in Akinyele local government area. We also told you that Argentine President Javier Milei has denied promoting a newly launched cryptocurrency, which collapsed shortly after he mentioned it in a social media post on Friday. Finally, in sport, Chairman of the National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, has enjoined various sport federations to institute many domestic tournaments in order to boost the Commission's drive for grassroots sports development. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbalagun. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon and welcome to the return trip.